No sovereignty is up for discussion at all. It's about the people, and we remain free. We were very pleased to hear that Lord Cameron was going to come and visit the Falklands. It's incredibly important to the people here to know that our freedom, our government, and our security continue to have a strong support from the UK government. So no sovereignty is up for discussion at all. It's about the people, and we remain free. Unfortunately, the President of Argentina is sticking to the traditional line, which undermines our human rights. It's unfortunately not a surprise.
What, in technical terms, what is being done to the Falklands to undermine what you've just said, your human rights?
Strong propaganda to try to convince the world that we're an implanted people, when in truth we are the only people of the Falkland Islands that there ever has been. And they've throughout the history, and certainly post 1982, when they invaded our home and set landmines all around our towns, and they lost that war. And very very grateful we are to the UK for coming to our rescue as a part of the UK family. But since then, they've been on a campaign to kind of set up illegal economic sanctions. They block our airspace. They threaten companies who get involved in trading with the Falklands, for instance. So it's a difficult situation to live in, but you can't remove the people from their home by force.
So how difficult is it for Falklands to trade, businesses on the Falklands to trade? What are the difficulties they face?
So we have we're very proud of our fisheries. For example, we've got MSC certified fisheries, and we've got an amazing trading relationship that we've set up that puts the Falklands certainly above the standards of many international fisheries out there. We work really hard on bycatch mitigation, and we invest a lot in science and in understanding the climate and the effects on our stock. So some of the unfortunate laws that Argentina has come up with mean that they refuse to exchange scientific data, which would be a standard on fishery stocks that you share, because we obviously have a maritime zone that straddles each other. But also we've got the only area of high seas in the world that doesn't have a regional framework around it. So this is the maritime zone outside of Argentina and outside of the Falklands, which is unfortunately the target of hundreds of vessels operating completely unregulated to suck everything out of the ocean. So this is something the Falklands is determined to put a kind of international magnifying glass around, so that people become aware. But unfortunately, with our nearest neighbour trying to undermine our very existence, these kind of things become more difficult to achieve.
Teslyn, I heard that post-Brexit trade laws have come into question. Why?
So when the UK left the EU, I think they removed their overseas territories from that trading relationship. So we're certainly hoping to rebuild a trading relationship with the EU. We've got some significant fisheries, as I've mentioned, that trade a large portion of calamari into the European Union. So that's one aspect of that we'll be hoping to hopefully rectify. But we are also aware that the UK is out in rebuilding its trading relationship and its standpoint post EU. So the Falklands is a key part of that. You know, we are a part of the UK family and the only part in South America. So when we're talking about future work on climate change, understanding Antarctica, and a kind of a bastion in the South Atlantic that can give stability and improve trading relationships, and we've got Cape Horn there as well. There's a lot that we can offer the UK family too.